Welcome back, F-tier audience, to our S+ tier show, Tear It Up! I'm Kalista.
I'm Nolan.
And we're here with special guest,
Brayden Kimbrough.
And today we are going to be ranking one-hit wonder songs.
Thanks.
Awesome. So, Brayden, since you are our guest, you can go first. Yeah.
The first one.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, pressure's on. I'm gonna go dead center. We got Crazy Town.
Oh my
Butterfly.
god.
That's a good
Such
one.
a trashy song.
This is like the tramp stamp anthem.
Oh,
I
100%. I feel like that's the album art is what you would get too.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But they really just rely on one riff that Red Hot Chili Peppers just gave them, and they were like, we can make a hit out of this.
It definitely does feel like the most like Red Hot Chili Peppers like B track.
Yeah, it feels like
time.
if they just didn't give a that day, they might have pumped something out like that.
That
With
being-
different vocals, of course, but you know.
That being said, I feel like if you're a couple drinks in, you know, and Butterfly comes
Yeah.
on, you're like, oh, I'm feeling this.
This is not like high class enjoyment in any situation.
But since when are any of our rankings high class?
No, well, I don't mean to imply that we are.
None
I'm
of
just
these are
saying,
high class
you
enjoyment.
can. I feel like this is the kind of song you can only kind of enjoy like ironically. Like if you're just recreationally listening to Crazy Town, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're, in a social situation, you're just kind of having a good time and it's like kind of funny, maybe.
But if you're listening to like Butterfly on your own, I feel like a puka shell necklace all of a sudden.
Yeah,
appears, like, around
you
your
might
neck.
need to rethink your life priorities. I think it's objectively not a good song, not something enjoyable to listen to, but it has its time and place. I think C or D.
I was thinking C.
Let's
Okay.
do C.
C.
Put it on there.
Alrighty. There we go, Butterfly.
Also, fun fact, that song was #1 on the charts the day I was born. So.
I think that set the course for the rest of your life. Nolan.
Yeah.
Right.
Well.
What do we got next?
Now we got
Take
Take
On
On
Me.
Me. This is a great song.
That's a classic.
I love Take On Me. I think
iconic.
this is a solid A tier song.
Hard
You
to beat it, yeah.
can't hate Take On Me. I will admit that it's gotten a little stale just because it's been so like heavily memed in the past
Yeah.
couple of years.
But that doesn't take
novelty
away from the
fa-
fact that it's a great song.
It's a fantastic song. I will absolutely stand by it. It's just not something that I would intentionally listen to anymore just because it has been kind of done to death, which is a shame.
It is. But in
Yeah.
terms of just pure like talent and ability,
It's
it's
a
hard to
great
find a
song.
song that beats Take On.
I'm never mad when it comes on.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's a great riff. The bridge is really cool. There's some nice synth layers throughout the track. It's
Good music video.
Yeah, great.
Vocals
Excellent.
are just down
Parodied
like,
it in Family
yeah,
Guy.
Christine. Oh yeah,
Insane
Family Guy
vocals.
parody is gonna bump it up a tier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The vocals
I think
go
this is gonna be an
insane.
A
I
tier for
think-
me.
A or S. I mean, I would probably lean towards A just in.
I
think
think
A.
just because of the memeability.
Yeah, I think song-wise it's fantastic. It's just culturally I'm a bit over it.
That's fair.
Nolan.
What we got next, Nolan?
Oh, we got Teenage
This is
Dirtbag by
the best
Red.
tier.
This is a
Oh my
freaking
God.
classic.
Classic. You got the grunginess. This is
The
absolutely
girl voice
an
when he
S.
does the girl voice.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
it
got 2 tickets to Iron Man.
slays
Yeah.
my heart.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And a true one-hit wonder. Wheatus,
And
couldn't tell you a single other Wheatus
one
song.
of the only songs to address gun violence.
Gun violence.
That's
yeah.
true, which is
Boy
surprising.
fights a dick when
This-
he brings a gun to school.
This song
Yeah.
came out after Columbine, and they still went with that.
And they were
Yeah.
brave for that.
I
It's
respect it.
censored now
It is.
because the lamestream media is
Yeah.
trying to censor us.
It took them 13 years to put the song on Rock Band, and then they censored Gun, and I was like, wow, no balls.
There's
Yeah,
worse.
Easy yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no denying it.
Guns are not the thing that you should censor. Why not dick? Why did they censor dick?
That's true.
That's true.
One of them's a bad word and it's not gun.
Yeah, gun is not a bad word. I mean, I understand contextually, school shootings kind of bad.
Kinda bad?
I understand the one to kind of not bring more attention to that, but
When's the catastrophe Tear It Up coming out?
Well,
hate crime
surprise.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
I have no complaints.
This
with
show's
Teenage
gonna make
Dirtbag.
us unemployable.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's fine.
let's
I already
see.
don't have a job, so.
I'll go with. We got Steal My Sunshine.
I
by
love
Wham.
this song. I will say it took. I didn't even know this song existed until probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I never heard it growing up, but I don't know. It's so playful, so cheery, so sunny almost. I don't know. It scratches a certain itch for me that nothing else really does. I know it's a very simple song. I know it's not particularly impressive, but I don't know. I really like it.
I'm not super blown away by it, I'm being completely honest.
man.
I think it's a B tier song.
I don't think there's
honestly.
anything wrong with it.
I will say I don't like the talking sections. Kind of they're a little tacky,
But I didn't have this talking in the song. It makes me want to shut it off.
Yeah, I don't like that part.
I think
but,
it's like 90s derogatory. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's a
mean.
bit of that like 90s like flair to it.
You
But I
can see it
think
in the album art too.
you definitely can see
I will say the album
art.
art is very
This
trashy.
man is wearing a blue tracksuit and a red bucket hat,
Mhm.
which is a statement if nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the sound of it. I love the vibe of it. I think it's just a cool song to have on in the background. And the lyrics are so goofy. I mean, LATER that week. Are you kidding me? So goofy.
I do think that
I would lean A.
Putting
It's
this
so
in the same-
joyful. It's so
Putting this
joyful.
in the same tier as Take on Me just feels like a crime
Blasphemy.
against
At this
It
point,
should be a B tier.
At this point, I derive about the same amount of joy from both songs.
I would agree with B tier. It's not like
Okay.
Crazy Town Butterfly, but
No, it's not. It's not like bad trashy.
Oh,
It's
look
like
at this, though. Perfect like little
it's just the perfect level of trashy. You can still enjoy it unironically.
We got
Oh my god.
500 miles
I
on Gonna
hate
Be.
this song.
I don't
I
hate it like Nolan
hate
does.
this
I think
song.
it's fun. Another Family Guy parody.
Yeah. This is also, if I'm remembering correctly, this is like a motif in How I Met Your Mother.
I have
Oh,
not
Oh,
watched the show.
that
so I wouldn't
actually
know.
brings it down for me, honestly.
I like the song though.
It's very simple, and I admire like the simple artistry of it. I hate the singing. It's so
It's
bad.
probably the best thing to come out of Ireland in the past like 50
It's
years.
so
Damn,
like
don't let Kurt Hersey hear you say that.
I don't know. It's just so grating to me. I don't like the sing-songiness of it. I think it's way over the top, and like I hate the vocals. That's for me. It's an F tier. I understand there's an appeal. I
That's a
understand.
little much.
Say.
I'll put it in C.
I understand the appeal.
I can live with C.
Okay.
I think C is like
Ugh.
fair. They were proclaiming though.
That's
They
true.
were
They were very confident in their vocal delivery, for better or for worse.
If nothing else, the Proclaimers always lived up to their name.
That's true.
Yeah, the one time they had a hit.
Yeah.
They had an idea and they were like, I'm gonna make this one known.
They're like, I'm about to proclaim some shit.
Also, I hate the title.
I'm gonna be 500 miles.
It should just
In
be 500
parentheses.
miles.
It should just be
It
500
should
miles.
just be 500 miles.
Oh my god, Mama number 5.
Mamba
Put that in
number
F.
5.
I hate Mama number 5
Put that
so
baby in
much.
F tier.
There's a Bob the Builder like parody of it, which is unironically more enjoyable than the actual song because it's at least silly goofy. This is just obnoxious.
I love that we put it upside down too in F
It
tier.
doesn't
Kalista
deserve
does that
respect.
as like a passive aggressive move against things that they especially don't like.
I respect it.
Usually I overturn it because it's unprofessional, but for Mama number 5 I might have to make an exception.
There we go.
I do not like that song.
Yeah.
All right. Is it back to me?
Yeah,
Tis.
thank you.
Shoot. Let's see. We got Stacy's Mom by Fountain.
Absolute
That's
classic.
absolute S
There's
tier.
no world where this isn't an S
The
tier
MILF
song.
Lover anthem.
I mean, the music video,
Incredible.
dude. I will say, like, I have never heard another Fountains of Wayne song. It even took me a moment to think of the artist.
Yeah.
True one-hit wonder. I've
Apparently
heard they're good.
though. Yeah,
I've heard they're
really
really
good.
good.
I will
but
say too, like very unique angle for like an unrequited love. song.
absolutely,
Yeah.
be like, yeah,
MILF.
Stacy's mom. I love the idea of like having a friend you're like not really interested in even hanging out with her, but you're like, oh, her mom's pretty
You
hot.
know, there's so many songs about gross old men liking younger women. I'm
Yeah.
so glad there's one
The
about
role
a
reversal.
little
Yeah.
boy liking an older woman.
What I like about Stacy's Mom is it's catchy, it's hooky, but it's also subversive while still maintaining a relatability.
And he
that is
doesn't know the
difficult.
mom's name, which I think is crazy. He's like lusting
true.
over this woman, just calls her Stacy's mom.
I think it's just got such relatability. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
There was always, someone's friend had the hot mom growing
Yeah.
up, and if you didn't, then I hate to tell you this, but
Mom. Someone was always thinking about banging your mom.
And it wasn't always your dad.
It's probably me.
It was probably Kalista.
We got Just a Friend.
Just
I think
a Friend
this
is
is great. This is
classic.
gonna be an S tier for
Just
I
Friend.
me.
love
Yeah.
Just a Friend is fantastic.
You really got that big sound there. You got
Yeah.
the lyric. You just kind of sounds like whiny on the track. I'm digging it.
the perfect level of like, I don't want to say unprofessional, but like rough around the edges.
like
Yeah.
kitschy. Like,
Yeah,
kinda like,
100%. You know, you got the weird like piano, like the drag thing in the choruses, the very strained vocals, but like in such a fun way. Like this is a great karaoke track.
When you talk about like "Steal My Sunshine" as being very playful, like this is what I think of.
This
as
is
like,
playful.
like,
I can agree with that.
Oh,
It's
we're going
definitely.
S tier with
It,
it?
I would say yes. Yeah, I love.
What do
Just-
you think?
I was thinking more A.
Okay, justify
I
your
do-
cause.
Well, I do think that it's got like a very fun, playful nature, but when I think of like Teenage Dirtbag or Stacy's Mom, like I stop what I'm doing. to that.
I agree, but here's my thing. It was on the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where
Where
Dee and Dennis
he's
get
going
addicted to
about it.
crack.
Yeah.
So,
That does
I
help.
could settle for A.
I'll settle for it.
I was initially thinking S just because it's like a very unique song. I feel like it's very genre bendy a little bit. Like there's not a lot of songs really like that, and what it does is so unique, but it does it so well.
Yeah.
That's why I was going for S. But honestly, it doesn't really hit the same as like a Stacy's Mom kind of situation.
Stacy's Mom, I'll always jam to that. Just
Yeah.
a friend. It's like a fun thing, but I'm not gonna
It's like
be
an every
like,
now and again treat,
Right.
you know. Whereas Stacy's
It's
Mom
like
is
an
a
ice cream
regular
cone.
visit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's valid.
All right.
Okay, Flagpole Sitta.
Okay.
Brayden and I have already lushed over this song in our recreational day-to-day life before.
So you're kind of gay for this song.
Many times.
I am a little gay for this song, which is saying something because I'm very straight.
Uh-huh.
Harvey Danger is one of the most slept-on bands of all time. Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone is one of the pinnacle 90s albums. And Flagpole Sitta is one of the defining songs of the decade. It's a fucking amazing song.
Putting in
Oh,
S-
yeah.
S-
This is S tier, easily.
When I think of like Flagpole Sitta, I said that Still My Sunshine was like 90s derogatory. This is like 90s,
But in a
like,
good way.
in a complimentary
Yeah,
angle.
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so outright like laced with cynicism
Yeah.
and like self-degrading
Unapologetic.
irony.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it's very much like if you could condense like a Seinfeld episode into a song,
Mhm.
you'd probably end up.
This
with
is like
Flagpole Sitta.
the happy medium of everything that the genre had ascertained to become. This is the peak.
I would agree. I think it's a solid S.
100%.
Put it in S.
The whole album too, if you are ever interested.
Oh, you guys are gonna
Loyal
fight for this to
viewers.
be an S plus tier, and I want Teenage Dirtbag and S.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We will.
Or maybe
Alright.
we'll sit on that flagpole when we get to it.
Oh, goodness.
Only time will tell.
We've got Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve.
I will say, when I was a little kid, I thought this was the most majestic song ever.
I still think it's pretty majestic.
It's a good song, but it did not need to be 6 minutes.
I don't think songs should be above 4 minutes.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that, but this song
okay,
is too
Rush
long.
fan, derogatory.
No, this song is too long though, especially because it relies entirely on the one riff, which apparently is plagiarized. I don't know much about that.
Well, I think
but
that kind of like contributes to the song though, because the song's all about like bittersweet things happening in life. The song's a sample of a Rolling Stones instrumental, and they got sued the shit out of and made no money off
imagine
it.
being a one-hit wonder and not even making any money off your one hit.
But in a way, very bittersweet.
Tis
Yeah.
that's a good point.
So I really like it.
I
I
would
do
go
agree
B.
it's a bit long.
I think B overall.
I could see B. I could definitely see B being a favorite.
I wouldn't consider it like a standout track for what it's trying to accomplish, especially given the
Please
length.
put it in
It-
B.
Feeling B?
I do like the instrumental thing that it has. I just think that it leaves something to be desired. I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
Oh god.
Talking about novelty.
This is a
song-
novelty song.
this
It
song-
makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
uncomfortable
It
when I listen
absolutely
to
does.
it.
If you ever watch the music video, yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
Well, the fact that Taylor Swift like interpolated it and it still wasn't that good.
No,
like,
it's not good.
If Taylor Swift can't make your song good, then I hate to say it, but it's a bad song.
Which
Yeah.
song did you? Was it a What You Make Me Do?
Yeah, What You Made Me Do.
It's just like
Seeing
It's a
her perform, that
one-joke
was
thing.
crazy though.
Yeah.
it's a one joke thing when the joke isn't even that funny to begin with.
And I
Although,
bet he's not that sexy.
And when you're
He's
yeah,
not.
he looks like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
it's a-
mean, I'm not the best judge of what is and isn't sexy in men, especially for what they're going for,
but there's
right?
a spectrum of like sexy men, and it goes from
You
Vin
can tell when a
Diesel-
man is sexy.
It
Come
goes
on.
from Vin Diesel to Nolan Davidson.
Yeah.
Right,
And
yeah.
Right Said Fred unfortunately falls on one side of that spectrum.
Yeah, and it's a sad world for the Nolans out there.
I will say, if Nolan Davidson performed "I'm Too Sexy," then maybe
I would
we
love
could
it.
up a couple
I think
points.
if I performed I'm Too Sexy, I'd probably not get my degree in a couple weeks.
Ah,
You think this makes us unemployable, Kalista?
I want to see you reenact the music video.
I don't want to do that.
Can we get like a bald cap on you?
Whip
for
your
it?
dick out. Come on, do it.
We are
I'm too
currently
sexy.
recording. We can't do that.
Well,
We'll
Quite
censor
literally.
that.
we'll censor it.
Quite
yeah.
literally,
Censor.
nobody wants to see
We'll
that.
edit it in post.
Yeah, that's what we always say.
And then we keep in the 9/11 jokes every time, except for the second episode. but-
Hey,
Thanks,
that was
Steven
not a
Shelhorn.
Yeah, hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, really appreciate that. We went through all those lengths to keep the continuity going with our one joke, and you just soiled it. Pitiful. All right, let's see what we got.
We're gonna censor that whole bit.
Oh, okay. This is another one. I know Brayden is with me on this. This album,
What song?
fantastic. This is You Get What You Give.
Within Your
Yeah.
Apples.
This is like, I think, this was like one of the last hits of the 1990s, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think so. yeah.
Very playful song. I feel like compositionally, there's so much going on. Like it always evolves. You never expect the next turn it takes, and it's just such a cool little track.
I will say that I don't dislike the song by any mean or measure. But it's a very, like you said, playful song. But at the end, when you just randomly start talking other musicians,
That was a little uncalled for.
that's a bit of a tonal shift.
Little uncalled for, especially considering that he's kind of a no-name. It's like, who are you, bro?
I mean,
like,
I respect someone aiming up, you know, like.
I get that.
But it was very strange,
It
especially
is.
in such a playful song for him to be like, yeah, and Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
And I think he also says like Courtney Love.
Beck and Hanson as well.
Oh yeah, see.
I don't know.
It's just a strange way. It's like you nailed the takeoff, but like
Yeah.
the landing, you kind
That's
of like
fair. That's fair.
twisted your
And this
ankle.
is kind of a longer song too. I think it maybe hits the 5-minute mark.
It is a long song.
To be fair though, unlike Bittersweet Symphony, it keeps doing different things. I'm constantly engaged, so I don't really think that takes away in this case. I think this is a solid A. I could settle for B.
I'm feeling B.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a B.
I think we've got a good 90s B tier going right now.
Okay.
Let's add some continuity to that.
Yeah,
you know?
I will say that entire album is slept on though.
Alright, let's see. Go here. Oh, we
Chumbawamba.
got Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Now this is a quintessential one-hit wonder song.
Oh yeah,
dude.
such a banger from such an interesting band.
I know. Well, like a 30-year career where they span so many different genres with like 18 albums, and then in the 9th album they somehow pull out Tub Thumping.
And they're doing like so much like communist punk music
Yeah,
before this.
and then
this
they're
makes it
like-
like even crazier.
Yeah,
this even
absolutely, just
happens.
out of left field. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the song itself, but the story behind it and like the whole like arc of the band is insane.
I'm a big fan of Chumbawamba, but not of the song.
I definitely think the song kind of coasts a little bit on like legacy.
Yeah.
Like if you go back and listen to Tub Thumping, like you're kind of like, oh yeah, it's just someone reading like a grocery list,
Yeah.
and that's the song.
Yeah, it's not the greatest song, but it is definitely an anthem nevertheless. And I think when you think one hit wonder, this is one of the best
I think it should
examples.
be a C tier.
Yeah. Putting it in the same tier as Butterfly
See,
feels
I think
wrong,
we have
though.
to put it in B tier.
Or we
Out
could,
of- out
or
of
we could
respect for
downgrade
Jumbo.
Butterfly.
Yeah, I think
I feel like Butterfly and I'm Too Sexy are kind of cut from the same cloth in terms of quality.
unprecedented. I think we should move Butterfly.
That's not unprecedented, but I agree.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then
I think
would
that-
be that.
C
I
for
feel
Chumbawamba.
a bit better
Yeah.
about that because
Another It's Always Sunny.
if we put
Yeah.
I'm Too Sexy and no, that's a lot better. It was a good choice.
Let's see, we got Cotton Eye
Oh my
Joe.
god, F tier, instant F tier.
It's a fun little jig.
It's super fun, and it's even more interesting because they're from like, where are they from? It's like Sweden,
Something
Euro
European,
trap.
yeah, it's Europop, which is not a good genre, but the fact
But
that
it's a Europop redneck song.
yeah, which is kind of they're called
From
rednecks
Rednecks.
Yeah.
with an X, just to get
It
that out
just
there.
stands for it's iconic. You know, if you were in middle school and couldn't do the Cotton Eye Joe, you were a loser.
I
I couldn't do the Cotton Eye Joe in middle school, so I was a loser.
I would prefer to never hear the song again. It's so
Adam
annoying.
Biff Cotton
No,
Eye Joe.
don't do
I've
this.
been married a long time ago.
See, it's
Where did you
annoying.
come from? Where did you go?
It's
Where did you
incessant.
come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
It's
Man, I'm about
incessant.
to start just busting the
with,
jig right
with
now.
like the fake violins, it's
Quirky
it's
white boy
aggravating.
busting down.
It's like actually actively annoying.
See, but it's not Mambo number 5 annoying.
I'll put it in D tier.
I think D tier is fair. I could argue at C, truthfully, but I don't.
I could
want-
settle for D. I think F is warranted.
I don't want to watch your head explode, so
Okay.
I won't
Okay.
force you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do the aberration here. Somebody that I used to know. I love this song. I love this song.
That
so
song
much.
is like perfect in my
I
opinion.
hate this song so
Kalista,
much.
really?
Calista, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, okay?
I think this song is awesome. I
It
think
is.
Gautier is truly like what a one-hit wonder artist should be.
Oh, 100%.
Where like I fully believe that if Gautier wanted to keep putting out like popular
He
indie
probably
pop songs,
could have.
he could have. His music is good.
But he was like,
he
"Nah, I'm good."
legitimately was like had no interest in being in the spotlight
Mhm.
whatsoever.
Mhm.
I think the sample in the song is really cool. I like the marimba.
And it's a beautiful song too.
I like
the
the back and
harmonies in
forth.
the second half. Oh my
the back
god.
and forth lyrically between
Yeah.
Gautier and Kimbrough, like
I will say, I think because this came out like 2012 or something maybe.
Yeah.
So like I was on YouTube, like this was like a really popular music video. Freaked me out when I was 11, so I didn't like the song back then. I'm glad that I matured enough to realize that this is a great piece of art because this is a decade-defining song in my opinion.
I personally, and this might sound a little bit crazy, and I'm not gonna do this because I don't want to like anger Kalista. I think this might be my favorite song that we've seen so far.
Wow.
God.
But that being
I wouldn't
said,
go that far. I will say I wouldn't be opposed to it being an S.
I also wouldn't, but I can
I-
settle for A.
I'll put it in A.
But
Okay.
in my heart, I know.
Oh,
I just-
Yeah.
trust
This
me.
was just when I was a kid. This was just so overplayed, and it's not
See,
like
but it hasn't been around for a long time. You go back and it holds up better than it did then.
My
Yeah,
thing is
probably.
like if we like had made this video 5 years ago,
Mhm.
I'd probably echo the same
Yeah.
sentiment. But we've had enough time removed from the popularity
It's
of it.
been
where,
a
like,
decade.
Now I hear it and I'm like, oh man.
Like we didn't know how good we had it.
I really like the music video and I like the concept. I just can't vibe with it.
That's
I
surprising.
want to like it really bad, and I feel like I should.
I want
like
you to
it.
like
I
it
just
too, because
don't
then
like
we can put an
it.
S tier.
I don't like it.
Okay, well,
That's fair.
that's
I think we go
unfortunate.
A then.
I think A is fine.
Right next to Bismarcky and Aha.
Hey, is in good company.
Good company to be in, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, when I realized I forgot to put that on the list, I was pretty
Yeah.
upset with myself.
Well, that's
'Cause-
like when you had told me about this like
Mhm.
concept for the Tear It Up.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, somebody that I used to know. Like it was the first. thing that
Somehow
I
it just
knew.
slipped my mind when I was going
Because
down
he
the
was
list.
going to do Billionaire instead. I pointed out that Travis McCoy is not a one-hit wonder.
I didn't know he was in Gym
Because
Class
Travis
Heroes.
McCoy is in Gym Class Heroes. He's the reason that we have Lil Peep. He invented emo rock,
Look,
emo rap.
That's my bad. My bad. I made a
And
mistake.
this guy doesn't listen to Lil Peep.
I don't.
All right, let's see. Our penultimate pick, "Closing Time" by Semi.
This is another
This is
all-time
a classic.
This is a beautiful
Absolute
song.
classic.
I love this song so much.
Changed the game for bars around the world.
True.
I think this should be a solid A or B.
I
I would go
say
S.
S.
This
Yeah.
no, because look, here's the thing. This is a multifaceted song too. Because like, not only is it a very touching song lyrically, it sounds awesome. But
Yeah.
you also have the multifacetedness because you have the left ear and the right ear. You can hear the guitar version and the piano version in the same song. That's cool. That's innovative.
Yeah, that is
It's
neat.
a very good song that I feel like stands the test of time, has its place in society, has never been really overplayed,
Well-
but has enough to keep it interesting.
Semisonic too, pretty good band. If you've seen, what is it, 10 Things I Hate About You, Fascinating New Thing was on that soundtrack, also a really good song. Yeah, I love this song.
Yeah,
think
I would
this-
go S. This is really a quintessential 90s track for me.
I would feel comfortable with S as well.
That's what it is.
Alright, S for Semisonic.
Fantastic.
What do we got?
Come on, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
Oh,
This is
Okay.
another.
I
This is
like
another
that.
classic. I'm gonna be honest, not like something that I personally am a huge fan of, but I absolutely respect it. Like it's an iconic track for sure, and it also has the interesting perspective of like it itself is a one-hit wonder, and it also led to a cover which was also its own one-hit wonder by Save Ferris.
it was also in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
It's a very well-known, very iconic song.
I'd say put it in S.
I think S. I love this song. It's
S-
also
S
got
or
like
A, yes.
it's got like a cool like
Mhm.
almost like a Hey Jude-esque
Yeah.
thing where everybody kind of
Yeah.
joins in.
It's very jiggy. I feel like you're really getting into it. It's,
Yeah.
Say white boy, go off.
I don't know. I couldn't think of
Can we
like
get a
another
white boy
word for it,
jig
but-
counter in this episode?
White boy jig. We'll put it on the screen. White boy jig
Dude,
counter.
what I've learned today is one-hit wonders kick ass.
One hit
Yeah.
wonders. We had more here than in the Weezer tier list.
I think this is our most positive tier list ever.
Yeah, this
This
is.
is fantastic.
And these were like never meant to be good
No,
music.
we-
I don't think.
Realistically, I only put those on there because I knew we had to have something in the lower half. So,
Right.
Mhm.
man, these are all good.
This is solid. I think you got a good thing too with one-hit wonders, where they're so like positively selected.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You have what people already have established is at least palatable.
Yeah, or at least has like in the case of like Rednecks or Crazy Town, like at least something there that was interesting.
Yeah, even if it's not a good interesting, it's just like it
Yeah,
had
it's
its
like, oh,
zeitgeist.
I know what
What?
I want for S+, and I want Teenage Dirtbag for
See,
S+.
Teenage Dirtbag is not even my top 3 pick for S+.
Really?
I
For
would
me,
kind
if
of also agree.
If I had to go for a top 3, it would be Flagpole Sitta, Closing Time, and then Stacy's Mom.
Okay, I think if I had to go a top 3, for me personally, I'd probably go Flagpole Sitta, Come On Eileen, and Somebody That I Used to Know.
Well, but Somebody I Used to Know is not even an S tier,
Okay,
so it's not
then,
in the running.
Okay, then I would go Flagpole Sitta, Come On Eileen, and then Closing Time.
Okay. So it's between Closing Time and Flagpole, Calista. It's up to you.
Other closing time.
Okay.
All right.
Closing Times are
Counter.
S plus,
Counter
and honestly,
champion.
that is completely valid.
Yeah.
The thing is, I wouldn't have been mad with any of the S's or even the A's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is a rock solid list.
But Alcoholics Around the World Rejoice, Closing Time is our
Hey,
S+
you got it, bro. All right, this is a great episode.
Yeah, I like this tier list.
Yeah,
too.
and I really I don't have any like fundamental like disagreements really. Like I even though I hate I'm gonna be. I mean I see its place.
Well,
I
and
recognize
maybe in an
that.
alternate universe, Mambo number 4 is just S
Jesus
double
Christ.
plus.
That's
tier.
true. We have several other Mambos that we just don't know about.
Where are they, Lou Vega?
I don't know. All right.
Well, wow, what an episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time on
Tear It Up.